For the past 5 years, I believed that owning a successful business is the only way to achieve financial freedom and have fulfillment from work. Now I realize that it was a false belief that didn't serve me well. It made me feel like I have something necessary missing in my life, ultimately leading to anxiety and periods of unhappiness. While entrepreneurship could be a great way to make a living for some people, I think most of remote workers like me could have a happier life without obsessing with side hustles. In fact, as a software developer, I've recently reached my first step toward financial independence by covering basic living expenses through rental real estate. There's a whole video where I explain in detail how I got there, but if you'll examine my story, it all comes down to just a few variables. I believe every remote professional with a highly paid skill set can retire early, but the timeline will depend on trade-offs you're ready to take. The most significant variable is your pay. While the highest paying remote jobs are still in the US, it's starting to change. And you can find engineers making more than 100K living in developing countries. While I've always had one job at a time, people find a way to have multiple remote positions simultaneously. Sure, it's stressful, but it's quite an option to double or triple your income. Also, 2 paychecks in 1 year can produce more wealth than the same amount over 2 years due to inflation and compounding effect of investments. Part of your income goes to government in the form of taxes. While not everyone is excited about going to a low-tax country, some of us don't have a strong tie to our current residence, and saving more of our earnings for ourselves could be quite a compelling reason to try a new location. For example, most Eastern European countries have a flat tax of 20% and less, and you can maintain your quality of living after moving there. The third variable is how much money you spend. Tracking expenses could be the most effective way to shine light on most consuming categories. And you can easily cut down on things like travel and eating out without losing that much in your life quality. Yet most often rent is the most significant perpetual expense. And you can also reduce it by going to a country with a cheaper housing. There are still good places where you can buy a property for less than $2,000 per square meter. The final variable is investing. It's especially crucial in the current age of high inflation. I chose mortgage-free investing in developing countries' real estate as a primary vehicle, but stocks or other types of assets could also be a good way to preserve wealth. At the same time, I acknowledge that having everything tied to a single country is not the most diversified approach, and I'm already thinking about other ways to invest money. Many gurus claim that you cannot be free with a traditional job, and the only way to own your time is to have a business. While this may hold true for a 9-to-5 office job, the rise of remote work has changed the game. All you need to do is to complete a set amount of tasks and your manager won't care when you do it. While there could be useless meetings at odd hours, companies start to adjust to have less synchronous communication. Adopting a contractor mindset allows you to approach a remote work as a gig, and if they require too many meetings, find another client. Granted, you won't get any upside from working a regular corporate job, but if you want to have skin in the game and potential to win life-changing money, you can join a startup and negotiate to have more equity. One of my former colleagues became a millionaire by joining a company as a 100-something employee and having his shares converted to cash in an acquisition event. While equity usually means less compensation, it could be a great trade-off if you believe in product and founder's ability to increase the value of the company. Also, one of your coworkers may have a startup opportunity one day, and then they might consider you as a potential co-founder. When it comes to fulfillment from work, there are plenty of companies and positions where you can enjoy the process. As you build your investing income, you'll have the freedom to be more selective in the jobs you pursue, and focus only on those that align with your passions or interests. Perhaps you have particular affinities for programming or design and would prefer to dedicate your time to those pursuits instead of operating a business. Realizing you may not need to become a millionaire to have a happy lifestyle could reduce unnecessary stress. By adopting a more relaxed and open mindset, you may even stumble upon a business opportunity you will enjoy pursuing just for the sake of the journey. To finish your work faster and have more free time, check out my productivity app at increaser.org.